Okay, we are live. Hey guys, welcome back to Crystal Unfiltered Tarot. I am Crystal. Let me post the prices for you guys. All right. Oh yeah, that's you. Okay, good. Give me 1 second. I need to. That's you. Okay, good. Give me 1 second. I need to. Huh. Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Let me post this. So for anybody coming in, the prices are like this. If you're a new subscriber, you get a $5 pendulum questions, which is the same as a yes or no. It's but with a pendulum, and I'm still gonna pull 3 to 5 cards to give you a little bit of detail. The in-depth questions are just regular questions. They're 10-minute long. The yes and no questions are 5 minutes long, and the extendeds are just a 15-minute question with more information. All right. Okay. So KB Boxing. So Mark, is your mom here? Is she watching? Is Evie? Hi, Evie. Hi, Mark. Let me know. Okay, perfect. So, like when I do my spells, I use the other kind, the kind that I sent you, but I've also used the kind that you sent me. So, but the one you saw her using is the one you sent me. Is that what you're saying? Because I need to know if this is a fact or like you think so. So, is it a fact that you know it's one of the candles you sent me? Like, how did you see that? Because we can't be biased here and we can't guess. So, based on your knowledge, I just need to know yes or no. Are you sure it was that kind of candle? And if you don't know, that's okay. But in order for me to start the question, I just need to know if you know that. So put yes or no again, because I just want to make sure. Yes, it is her door that has glass windows. It looked like those candles. Got it. Okay, did you see more than one? If you're saying those candles, did it look like they were set up? Just one. Okay, got it. All right, let me read your question and then I'll start the time. So the first question. So yeah, I mean, honestly, this is like these are easier to work with. I'll let you know that. Like I've done a lot of spells with the kind that I showed you, but they like I have a kit right here, right behind me. Okay? So this kit is things that you use in a spell. There's lots of different crystals, and then I've got like a huge amount of herbs. You have to know what you're doing, right? So, but there's also people who are gonna amateurly just like light a candle and say some things and hope that it works, right? So I don't see her as being some kind of pro, um, but I could see her definitely just trying. So let's see if it was about you. Let's see if it had nothing to do with you. We'll start there. Yes, you have all my rocks. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. So with the tiny ones, they give you these so that you could put it inside it. This one came with candles and they don't fit. So like they kind of like wobble. So that's why the ones that you're describing honestly are better. But mostly people use the kind I sent you. Okay. All right. If they're like a psychic or yeah. So she's not psychic. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to be an amateur thing. So let's see. All right. So Evie, we're going to read your first question. Is Angie doing a spell directed towards me? Right. Not a regular scented one. More like the ones, yeah, they're clear and they could be any color. It's like a Catholic uh, tall candle. Yeah, I get it. Okay. We saw a candle lit inside her house. It was the type that people do candle spells with. So that's your opinion. I'm going to strike that because that's your opinion that people do those spells with them. But can they? Yes. All right. So we'll go with that. Is Angie doing a sale? Okay. So Jeremiah and Samantha, my spirit guides, please come into Evie Evelyn's two questions that she has here. Her first question is going to be, is Angie the neighbor from hell that we have talked about? Is she doing spells, a spell or multiple spells directed towards her? And they saw a candle lit inside her house, and it was the type that people do candle spells with. Okay, so let's set the time. We're going to do 10 minutes. Give me just a second before we start. Are you having a good day? Are you having a good night? Okay. Hey, real good. I really needed that nap so that I could be focused tonight. Hi, real. How are you, honey? Hi, Andrew. All right. I'm going to start your first question. Hey, Andrew, if you have a question, I would get it in now so that you could be after these two questions for Evelyn. And then Marissa will be at some point. Don't know exactly when she'll be home, but hopefully soon. Okay, here we go. Okay, then send it in because right now I'm going to do two questions. So go ahead and send me your question and then send in payment. All right, honey? So I can put you on the list. All right, here we go. Angie, have you been doing any spell work towards Evelyn, as you know her, your neighbor from across the street? Have you ever, and have you once, twice, doesn't matter, just have you? And for what reason? If so. All right, let's see. Okay, first I just want to see if it's a yes or a no. So I'm pulling 5 cards. I'm going to use the pendulum. Okay, every other time I have said no, but I have a different feeling in my gut. I do feel like she is, so let's see if I'm correct. Jeremiah and Samantha, is Angie doing any spell work, which would include just lighting a candle that they provided a picture of and asking, doing any kind of amateur spell work towards Angie specifically? There you go. That's a yes. So, all these months and all these readings that we've had, and we haven't had a reading in a while, right? Every other time I'm like, no, there hasn't been a spell done on you yet, right? Up until now. So, between the time, which you would know more than me, between the time you and I last did a question online until now, there has been some sort of spell work. Okay. Do you want to know what she's asking for out of the spell work? Is that where you want me to go with this? Okay. Because I want to know if it's like evil, if it's not evil. You know what I mean? Like you kind of need to know what she's putting into the atmosphere, into the universe, right? So when I first did the 5 cards, look at these cards just to answer the yes or no. Don't read too much into them. Okay? This was just to figure out if she has or hasn't. So this I just want to show you is the devil. So this is more her. This is what describes her as a human. All right. I mean, she's not the devil, but she has a lot of toxic traits. Um, and so this isn't saying right off the bat that it's a negative spell work. It just says that is definitely describing where it's coming from. So it's coming from selfishness. Okay. So her putting a spell on you comes from her selfishness of the type of person she is, not getting her way. Okay. So then it shows the 4 of Swords, the 6 of Wands. This is saying that she gave it time for you and her to like not talk and like thinking that, in the past, maybe you guys could be friends again. Well, she realizes that there's no chance of that. Okay. She realizes that you really don't want anything to do with her. And so she's missing out. For some reason, she still wants to be your friend. And then the moon is here. So I want to know, what is the moon in this, yes or no? Okay, so it's just that she doesn't want you to know. Okay, so the moon is that she doesn't want you to know that she is doing any spell work. Okay, and what clarifies the moon is the 8 of Wands, which is communication. So this is, and the way you can look at this is like, I don't know how to say it. Like, what do you call it? Like frequency, right? Like going out of the 3D, which is us as humans on Earth, and trying to go through spirit, trying to go through the frequencies of, like, I'm in the 60, right? So she's definitely doing us. Okay, what is her goal? All right. We got about 3.5 minutes. Let's see. What is her goal when she's done the spell work? Is it negative? Is it not? Yes. It's not at this point negative. All it is, I'm going to tell you in 1 second. I'm going to pull one more card. Yeah, I knew that's what it was. Okay. So this is what she's doing. For what reason? The Ace of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Star, the Three of Cups. So in a nutshell, that means that she still somehow thinks she cares about you. She wants a friendship back with you, especially because you guys are neighbors. She feels like she waited because there's a lot of waiting cards in here. She feels like like, in her own mind, she thinks that she gave you time to reflect in order to decide, if you want to be friends with her. And then the Three of Cups is about like coming back together and like working things out in a friendship. I do want to ask before the time runs out, unless you want to keep going, you can pay for the extra time. We have 2 minutes left. I want to know if there's been any negativity in when she's doing the spelling. All right. So after the 2 minutes, you can let me know if you would like to extend the question or not. So I want to know, has there been up to this point, up to right now, this time, 8:25 p.m. in where you live, has there been any spell that is toxic, negative, yuckiness? Okay. Okay. One thing Spirit wants you to know is that no matter what, you are being protected. Okay. So even if we find out it's a yes or it's a yes, if it's a yes, the truth is that you are being protected in a big way. So they're almost giving me a vision of you being in a secure bubble, a very secure bubble where anything she's asking is is not going to touch you. Okay. So that's good news, is that you are being protected by God, and Jesus and Spirit. And so let's see. I'm getting the okay, let's see. The Two of Swords, the Devil, Two of Swords, the Devil. So okay. Yep. All right. So I know what this is. We have no time. Time just ran out. I will finish what I'm saying and you can let me know if you want to extend it. But okay, so the Two of Swords is telling me that she has thought about it. Time ran out. I'm going to finish the last four cards, so hope it all goes back to her. Right, it does feel you want to extend it. Okay, so you would just send in the $10 to extend it. So you could go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna look more into this. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna talk to Spirit, see if I could get any extra information before we start the time. Oh, I just got it. Thank you. Okay, then we're gonna start. Thank you. Let me start the 5 minutes. Okay, we're gonna go right into Okay, first of all, let me finish the cards, and then I'm gonna do the pendulum. Okay, so the two of swords shows me that maybe she's contemplated, maybe she's tried. So that's why I want to get a yes or no with the pendulum. I'm trying to talk as fast as I can to give you as much information as I possibly can. So then it's the devil. So it is showing like she does, she just is toxic, right? Like she is the definition of toxicity. It does show that she's contemplated it. It does show with the Knight of Wands when this isn't talking about relationship like intimacy. This just means the word want, which means she has the desire and the want to do a spell like that, but I don't think she knows how to do it and how to protect herself while she's doing it. Therefore, attempting it, I don't think it's happened yet, but I do feel like it's possibly in her mind frame to go and try it. We want to try to block that, okay? Because the Five of Pentacles, she wants to do something, but hasn't yet because I don't think she knows exactly how to do it. Because if you put that energy out there, if you do a negative spell on somebody, that karma, like you said, is going to come back. There is no question about it. It will come back. So she has been told this by somebody. She didn't come up with this on her own. Okay? She's not smart enough to come up with this, what I'm telling you. So she might have been told no from the person she goes to. That, like me, I will not do any negative um re, uh I won't do any negative. Go to somebody else who will. I think that the person she goes to was like, no, I don't really want to do that because me doing it, it's going to also, the negativity is going to cling back onto me and karma is going to come to me. So I think she's trying to research. Yeah, they're showing me books, but books, we don't really read books, right? Anymore. We Google. So a symbol for Googling would be a book. Okay. I do think she's trying to gather information on how to do it and how not to get fucked in the process. So let me ask, is has is Angie contemplating doing a negative reading or negative spell towards her next across the neighbor Angie? I'm sorry, across the neighbor Evie. I'm sorry. So yes. So she's in the process of, now they're telling me she's also looking, so that book is going to be Google. She's also looking for somebody who will do it. Okay? She's practicing. She's practicing, but she hasn't actually done it. Okay, what do you so she has done a spell about like trying to bring friendship back. Obviously that's not happening, right? So now she's like, okay, I got to do a negative one because now I'm just mad. I'm mad that she doesn't want to be friends with me. So I just want to see, what is she wanting to do that is negative? What is it that you're wanting to do to Evelyn um, with this negative spell? What is the negative spell you want to do? So she wants the same thing. She lost a friend in you. She wants you to lose friends. This woman is whacked. So it shows the Tower to the Six of Cups. So she's wanting to blow up friendships that you've had for a very long time. And now it makes me feel like, So there was a time goes by very fast. But as far as I could tell you, she is trying and she's going to continue to try. Um, she now is upset that none of this spell work has worked to get you back. So I'm doing this part for free. None of it has worked to get you back. So now she's frustrated, she's upset, and now she wants to take all of her negative energy and put it towards you, right? She wants you to feel whatever she's feeling, which is cuckoo brain because this bitch just met you and was hanging out with you for a short amount of time. And because you rejected her in her mind, she now has a vendetta out to you. Okay? Uh, she also feels that because you rejected her and like ended the friendship and you cut her out, she feels that for some reason she's getting karma that she's blaming on you, which is not true. But she has to blame it on somebody other than herself because she's that batshit crazy that she doesn't understand that she's doing this pattern is within her, not other people. So even if you see her being close, like having neighbors as friends, they will all end up in a tower because she is not a good human. And spirit, if those people are good people, just like you were good people, spirit and God will protect you guys and make a wedge. Okay. So far, she hasn't actually done a complete spell. She's just trying things out. Basically, she's lighting a candle and just blah, 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 blah. But she doesn't really know how to do it. So, therefore, it won't work. And also, you just have, you really do have this bubble of protection. So, I wouldn't worry too much. I would just be like, F this woman. She's nuts. She can try, but I am not gonna I'm gonna let it bounce off the bubble. All right. Um, but that is just one thing that she wants right now is for you to feel the same rejection. Um, yeah. Okay, let's move on to your next question. Ay, 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 that lady is crazy. And I just don't like, right? Not gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, so let me read your second question. Okay, question number 2. Is our next door neighbor Ryan going to move after all? Someone was interested, but the deal fell through. Oh no. See how I kept feeling like there would be a delay with this guy. So that sucks because you guys were probably really looking forward to him leaving. Remember, I said, like, I kind of don't really see it happening quickly. Um, but then you were like, oh, people are looking at it. And then we kind of saw that, like, I think you guys said that, like, that people were looking because he went to sell it. Um, and now you're saying a deal fell through. So let's see. What is his name again? Ryan. Okay. So I'm going to set the time for 10 minutes. I'm not going to start it for 1 minute. Give me 1 second. If anybody wants to get a question in, you should definitely send it in. It goes by the time whoever pays for it is the person that goes next. I go in order of payment, is what I mean. Okay, here we go. Set the time. All right, Jeremiah and Samantha, please come into Evelyn's second question, Evie's second question. It's about Ryan there and how they're still there, right? Oh, they don't work. So it's weird how they afford it and how they're still there. Right. Didn't you guys say like their parents paid for it or something? Okay. So let's look into when will Ryan move? Because he will move. Let me just make sure. Because I am feeling he will move. It's just a matter of when and how, right? So Jeremiah and Samantha, will Ryan move? Yeah, it's just will Ryan move out of the house, sell the house, and move? Okay, so at least it's still gonna happen. Let's see. So basically, Spirit, somebody was interested, but the deal fell through. So what's gonna happen, and what's the timing on it? Can you show me, you know, the process of if somebody is going to come in and if they're going to take the offer? All right. So what's going to happen with this house being sold so that Ryan and his family can move out? They're like, all you guys want is to be happy. You guys need a win. You guys, as a family, need a win. We know we can't get rid of Angie. Let's at least get rid of Ryan, right? So I see the Ten of Cups as like the outcome. So hold on to that because you guys will be rejoicing in the end. So let's see kind of what's going on. Yeah, I definitely see that you're disappointed. You're very let down. You were hoping that this was gonna happen sooner than later. And then you found out that it's, that person fell through. So who's gonna buy the house? Let's see. Who's gonna buy the house? So there is gonna be a couple that loves the house, that loves the location, that the house is going to be perfect for. This couple is going to be nice. Finally, you're not going to have problems with these people. So let me show you how I look at that. The Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Magician. So I do want to say that the energies, yeah, awesome. The energy is very light. It is very, there is no negativity. There is no like ick. There's no ick, okay? No yucky vibes. It feels like a a couple that's not super young, but like not old either. They're probably 30s. I don't know. They're a younger couple. Hopefully Angie won't poison them about us. Well, that's why you need to get in with the new neighbors, meet them first. Don't allow uh her to swoop in and these people, no, they're telling me these people are like God-fearing people and they'll be able to sniff it out. You won't even have to say anything. Um these people are full of love and respect. They're going to respect you guys. I really do think that you're going to be like so elated and very relieved when you see the people that are moving in. There's no more because I'm kind of seeing Ryan being this guy that kind of huffs and puffs and has a dirty look on his face at all times, like a bitch resting face, a resting bitch face, who always looks like he's just irritated with something, annoyed, irritated, not happy with life. So the magician is that the people are going to make an offer and they will take it, okay? Or they will negotiate, but it will be taken. These are the people that are going to come in. A very nice couple. They might have kids or they might start having kids in the near future. And so let's try to get timing. Let's try to get timing. When will Ryan move for good? When will he completely move out of his house? When will he completely move out of his house? Show me the weather. Show me the weather to show me if it's going to be spring, summer, fall. It's not going to be fall. It's going to be sooner. Yeah, I really see it like green grass, sun, flowers. It really feels like a little warmth to it. All right. So that could be spring or summer. So let's try to narrow this down. Yeah, see, they're going to get an offer. They're going to get an offer from this couple. And Ryan, he's so stupid. He acts like it's his own money. Like he doesn't even pay for it. They don't work. So really he should be like taking whatever he can get. But with yeah, he's a very negative character, man. Like I'm reading his energy and I can completely understand why this guy rubbed you the wrong way. Ugh. His communication sucks. And his soul sucks. All right. So there, yeah, I definitely see a lot of like good things. Yeah, see, this card keeps revealing itself and wanting to come out. So the Knight of Cups. So it's what this means is the offer is going to be good enough to take. All right. So give me the timing though, please. I am seeing it, like I said, it's going to be sunny, warm, um, warm with a breeze. So it's not like the dead of summer. Um, it's not like heat waves, right? It's like it's warm, it's sunny and but there's a little bit of a breeze. It's like the perfect time to like go out and do things. Um, so for some reason I'm not getting a month. I'm just more so getting a season. I think it's going to be end of spring, beginning of summer. Um, it's going to be fairly soon because they still have to get the people to find the house. These people have not looked at the house yet. Okay, so you got to give it a little bit of time. They're saying because these people haven't even been led to the house yet. That's happening soon. They're going to see the house. They're going to talk about it. Then they're going to put out the like how much they're willing to pay, blah blah blah. Then they're going to discuss, and then it really depends on if they need if it's a short like a quick sale or if they're going to want a 30-day, if they're going to want an inspection, all of that matters. So, I mean, they still see within 3 months for sure. And I don't even know. Let's see. When does summer start? like the 20 something of June, right? Yeah. It won't be in August. That's too hot. So it'll be I would guess around June. Would be my guess. Maybe late June. Late June, early July. Yeah. Right. See, like late June, because that would be it would be the beginning of summer. That would be the time is up. Perfect timing. Um, right, because I think it's like the 21st or something. Um, hey Suri, what day does summer start this year?
Summer begins June 20th and ends September 22nd.
June 20th to September. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So June 20th, it starts summer until September 22nd. So I see early summer, late June, early July. That's what I see. Now, like I said, it depends on if this is a quicker sale or if they're going to need inspection, if they're going to want a 14-day, a 30-day, if they're not going to be paying in cash. So that's what's going to take a little bit longer. Is it's probably going to have to go through, the bank loan is going to take a lot longer than a cash. They're definitely not paying all cash. All right. So just the process of when they see the house and love it and make an offer and they say yes, it's still about 30 to 45 days out. But at least you'll know, okay, they sold it and it's happening. Okay. All right, thank you. Real, are you still here? Is Marissa home yet? She's taking a long time, unless she's there. All right. You didn't do what I asked you to do, silly. Okay, send me your question, send the payment. You'll be next. And then Marissa. She told me she would be off at 8 your time. All right, I'm going to take a quick break while I wait for Andrew to do this. I'll be back to do your question, and I'll text you right now, Mark. I saw your text. Andrew, are you here? Andrew, if you're here, just say, okay. Thank you. And Miss Marissa's almost home. So it's perfection, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Mark and Evelyn, Evie. Thanks. No, she's probably still. Oh, okay. You already wrote that. Okay, no problem. All right. Andrew, real. We're going to do your question. Can you just, I don't have to say the name of the place out loud, but for me to translate it to spirit, it would be better if you could tell me the name of the place. So we're doing a yes or no question for real or for, it's so funny when it says like for real, for real, for real. That used to be like my big thing. Now it's, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That's my thing now. They don't have a name at the moment. Oh, okay. So is it, it's just a place that paints cars. All right, perfect. That's okay. All right. Thank you so much so far, Jeremiah and Samantha, for the question and answers tonight. I appreciate them. Now we're going to move on to a new person. Andrew, he has one yes or no question. The question is, he's getting his car wrapped Monday in either a matte or gloss sand color. My question is, will they do a great job? So, so it's not paint. So the paint is already nice. They're just going to wrap it, and they specialize in wrapping cars. Okay. Yeah, I feel very positive about this, but let's see what we get. Like, I feel very good energy. I don't know which one you're going to choose, but I think whichever one you choose, I really feel like you can't go wrong. But let's just see. Okay. Are they going to do a great job? Jeremiah and Samantha are, when Andrew goes to get his car wrapped. I'm stuck between the both. Mostly, really? So everyone, that's funny because I thought the other one sounded cooler, but I would have to see pictures of what a matte one looks like versus the gloss. I don't know why I just kept like looking at the gloss, but that doesn't mean it's your choice. Maybe that's just what I thought sounded cool. But I would like to see a picture of whichever one you're gonna like, or of the two. All right, let me see. Oh wow, it's like, okay. So that one is gloss and that one is matte. They look so similar. What is, those are the renders other than the video. The video is a matte finish and it looks nice. Yeah, they both look very nice. So, but I am, now that I see this, I am leaning towards the matte. Just looking at it, I do think that just, I do like it. So you can't go wrong, honestly. Those both look really good. Okay, I'm going to pull cards. Is this something you've been wanting to do? All right, so I'm going to ask just straight up and then I'm going to pull cards because this is a yes or no. Is, depending, No matter what Andrew decides to do, whether it's matte or gloss, sand, wrapping, will this company, this place who's going to wrap his car, do a great job? Okay, so the whole time it's a yes. Okay, so because I got the death card to the hangman. So the death card, when we're not talking about an ending, we're talking about a transformation. So this is like something, a transformation that you've been wanting to do for a while, and for whatever reason, uh, I don't feel there was a delay. I just feel that you either wanted to really think about it and think about, like, I think you wanted to do it, but the hangman is like it was on pause for whatever reason. It was on pause, but it feels like you've been wanting to get this done um, for a long time. So let's see. Let's pull a few more cards. We still got a minute and a half. Yeah, they're saying execution, flawless. I got it, Marissa. Thank you. You're going to be right now. So get ready. We have 1 minute left in this reading. All right. So flawless execution is the words they're giving me. You're going to be very happy. The one thing they're saying is do not get Matt based on everybody liking Matt. You need to pick, because they're saying they don't want you to pick Matt and then be like, and get it and be like, oh, it looks good, but you know what? I wish I would have gone for gloss, or vice versa. I went for gloss and oh, I should have trusted everybody's, like everybody's preference for the matte. I should have done that. So just make sure you are very comfortable with your choice. And then I think that the execution is going to be flawless. I think you're going to tell people about it. I think people are going to ask you where you got it done. The Ace of Wands tells me that you absolutely love it. Yeah, but I like both. I fell in love more with the matte. With Oh, I didn't see a video. Okay, that was the end of the time because it was a yes or no. But did you send a video? Let me see. Oh, now I'm looking at it. I like the matte too. I only looked at the very first question. I don't have a video. I have 4 pictures. I only have 4 pictures. So all I did was look at the side by side, front, no, sorry, back. So now I'm looking at the gloss. Yeah, don't do the gloss. Click on it, click on it, click on it, click on it, click on it. I am. Click on it. No, it's not doing anything. Oh, the last one has a play button. Okay. I agree. The matte, that video is good. Yeah, when I see the gloss in full view, this picture, I don't like it. I mean, I like it for now, but if this is a car that you're going to have long term, I think that it would wear off, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of cool and like new looking and different, and I feel like you'd be like, yeah, that's super cool. But then like in a couple years you'd be like, yeah, like it's kind of like that moment has passed, and now I wish I would have gone with the matte. I say matte too. But like I said, just make sure that you make your own decision. And if this is something you've been wanting. See, yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, like, you don't need to overthink it. Just go with your gut, dude. Like, just go with your gut. And then here's how it's gonna come out, the Two of Cups. So yeah, will you love it? Will it come out flawlessly executed? Yes. All right, Marissa, my honey bunny, it's your turn, my love. Are we starting with your regular question? So you already have that car. Very nice. I don't know what kind of car because I don't know cars, but very nice car. Like, I like matte makeup instead of a glimmery, glossy. You can never go wrong with matte, I feel. I really feel that way. Okay, Marissa, maybe she's not on here yet. Let me let her know. I didn't realize the last one was a video until you said that. I'm like, I'm pushing on them. That's not your car, is it? This isn't your car. It's just a. Am I right? Oh, maybe Real's gone. All right, Andrew, are you gone? You're gone. Duh. This is probably just in there like, this isn't your car. Like, I like your car. Okay, perfect timing. All right, so thank you for Andrew's question and answer. So now we're gonna move on to Marissa. Dude, I just have to say this. My mom picked me up today to do a bunch of errands. Well, she was doing errands beforehand, and I have to tell somebody about this because I am so freaking good. It's insane. So my mom's like, "Oh no, I had to go back to the house. Can't find my wallet. I don't know where it is. Don't know if it's at a store that I stopped at. If it's in the house, like, can you just do a quick, um, uh, not reading because she literally was going to be here in 10 minutes. So I had about 5 minutes after getting my shoes on and my purse ready to like sit down, and I was able to uh eliminate places in the apartment with spirit, obviously, with my visions. And I was like, show me where it's at. Show me where it's at. So I told her, she picked me up, and I told her, it's somewhere between your bedroom. It's not in your bedroom, but it's between your bedroom and the bathroom. So the bedroom, and then there's like this area where there's a washer and dryer area, and then the bathroom. It's all just right there. And I'm like, it's between the bedroom and the bathroom somewhere. And she writes me, and I have to say this. Her text said, so she got home. Sorry, we've been writing about the Karen Reed trial all day. Okay, let's see. Okay, so she gets home and she writes, "Oh my God, You were exactly right. I left it on the tool table between the bedroom and the bathroom. It was right there. Damn, I'm good. Okay, are we doing your regular first question? When I get validation like that, I'm just like, praise the Lord. Millions of people are missing out on this gift. Okay, so we're going to start with your first question. So let me take a sip of my drink. Let's take a. All right, let's start the clock. So Jeremiah, before I start the clock, Jeremiah and Samantha, please come into Marissa's readings, question and answers on YouTube tonight. Her very first question is her usual. So let's bring Greg in. Greg, please come in. Thank you. Greg, we're going to ask you, what are your current feelings, emotions, thoughts, and energy towards Marissa at this time? All right, let's set the clock for 10 minutes. Let's start. Sorry you had a busy day, girlfriend. All right. All right, Greg, what are your current feelings, thoughts, emotions, and energy towards Marissa as of right now, today? The World card. All right. Ooh. So the World card for me is usually like social media, but it doesn't have to mean that. It can mean travel. It can mean a lot of things. So with the World card, it always depends on what the next card is. So the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. This I like because this is telling me he wants to get in contact with you. He What is he saying? Something about new. Something about new. It could be new intentions, he's kind of bringing me back to like New Year's Day. Like I'm having a lot of like new intentions, new communication, new. You know how he said something about like the next chapter? It kind of feels like that. So let's just move on. We'll figure it out. So then we have the Lovers, the Ace of Wands, and the Star. So that's saying, I think that this is like he wants to get closer to you, and he knows that like it has to be on his part. He's gonna have to be the one that makes that happen. But with the Lovers, that's showing that he is still feeling that strong, deep connection for you, wanting you to know that, like, oh, I'm kind of hearing him say this. He's kind of wanting you to know that even though, like, your relationship is in the past, that he currently still has feelings that aren't only from the past, but are new intentions towards you. Okay? And that he wants to move towards you. But that Ace of Wands, that's showing me that he wants a new passionate beginning with you. And that he does, when he thinks about you, he definitely thinks about, she was the one. And you know that country song that is like, if I knew then what I know now, there's a country song, I think you'll know it. It's like, if I knew then what I knew now, like I would do things so different. And so I think he's like saying, I really hope that when I choose to communicate, I just hope that we are not going to miss a new opportunity. Like, I'm hoping she's not in a serious relationship because that would suck. Yeah, he goes, that would suck. He like shake his hand like that would suck. That's what he's hoping. So he's making almost like manifestations. Almost like he's trying to make his hopes come into fruition, hoping that you're not committed, hoping that you don't meet somebody, hoping that he has time to come through. Okay. So now let's pull more cards. Wow. Here you are, as always. So the Death card, the Scorpio card, the Ten of Wands, and the Hangman. Sorry, the Hangman to the Two of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords. What that is telling me is that it is his fault. He is taking ownership, that the burden he bears is that if he does get in touch with you and you are in a relationship, he will have to bear that ownership, that responsibility, that he let you go. And so he's like, she has so many great characteristics. I'm just scared that somebody else has seen that and scooped her up right before I can. Because he's like, it's my fault that I put the time, the delay, right, the delay in there. And so he's kind of like juggling with, maybe I need to come in sooner than I thought. It's still pretty soon with the, even though it's been delayed, that he hasn't come in, everything has to become aligned for that to really happen. And he's just hoping that he makes it in time. Okay. This is telling me without a doubt, yeah, and then look what card I get. The Ace of Cups. This tells me without a doubt he goes, tell her this. I almost told Crystal to say, let her know I still have love for her. He goes, she'll know what this means. There's a difference, and I do too, and you will too. The difference between I still have love for that girl, that could still be like, just like, yeah, like, I still have love for you. He's like, I still love you. Okay? That's the difference. Instead of being like, I still have love for you, it's like I could say that to an old friend, right? So he wants me to be very obvious that, like, that is not what he means. He means he still and very much does love you. Okay? Um, and I have chills where people don't have chills. I have chills all over my body. That is something that he was a little scared to say because, when you say that you love somebody, that has weight to it, right? So he was a little scared to put that out there, and that's why he has chills because it's the truth. And I always say this, if you don't say it out loud, you get to keep your emotions secret. The second you say something out loud, it becomes real. So I love this. This is totally different than the way that he's ever expressed himself and his feelings for you in this question. Never seen him act like this. Okay, he also wants to say that you were an amazing girlfriend to him, an amazing, like, I don't know if you guys were boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't remember if it was that or you guys were, just seriously dating. Either way, he is taking responsibility and apologizing for if he hurt you. Not, you see, and now he's saying, I've grown, not if I hurt her, I did hurt her. You didn't put a label, but you pretty much knew you were only dating each other. Is that fair? Like without the label, because I didn't feel the boyfriend girlfriend title either, but it was kind of like you're not going to sleep around with anybody else, and neither am I, kind of thing. All right, cool. So he is scared that you won't want him. Okay, he's scared that you've had time, nothing but time on your hands. Exactly. So it's pretty much like your boyfriend and girlfriend. It's just not communicated because it's scary. You know what I mean? So that devil, time is out. But the devil to the Four of Swords is saying, like, I hope she doesn't think of me in a negative way. I hope that she still thinks about me. And I hope she forgives me. And not so much about how you guys ended, but more about knowing what's going on with him now. Like, he hoped you could forgive him for for the text you sent him in the very beginning saying congratulations, but I always thought it would be me. That is very real, truthful, and completely to the point, right? So he wants to know if you're at a place where you can forgive that. And if you have found that out, you might have known what happened after that. And you know what I'm saying. Well, it's just me and you in here. So when you texted him, it was because he got engaged. He is feeling that if you then found out he actually got married, he's scared that that's something you wouldn't forgive, but he's hoping for it. Okay. Okay. What's your second question, my love? That was really cool. It was a really cool answer. And I love it because he comes through so clearly. It's like he's sitting here right next to me, but really I'm inside their mind, their body, and he's just an open book. All right, so let's be a fly on the wall. Jeremiah and Samantha, this is the next question. Let's be a fly on the wall. What's going on between Greg and Emily in their relationship? I can't even remember what the answer was last week, so let's see. Let me set the time. All right. Okay, take me to the relationship And just like Marissa said last week, don't only take it from Greg's point of view. Let's take Greg out of it. Let's take her out of it, and let's just see what I see. Let's be a fly on the wall. All right. So yeah, we don't want Greg to chime in. We don't want her to chime in. We just want to I want to close my eyes and try to get a vision of what the energy is inside that relationship. All right, let's start pulling some cards. Yeah, it's like totally blank right now. Okay. So there's definitely some aftermath. I really can't remember last week, so I'm not using any information prior. I've been doing a lot of readings this week that I really can't remember. But it really feels like there has not been a recovery from the birthday and the disappointment and not her not feeling valued. And it's not about not getting jewelry. It's about why isn't he in tune knowing me well enough to just do something romantic, right? So they're kind of still in the aftermath of this high point of like her really wanting to have a special birthday and being completely let down. And now it's like she's saying what I'm seeing, that it's not about, at the end of the day, it's really not about not getting the gift I want. Like, that's stupid. At the end of the day, it's always never about what it's about. It's that is a quote. It is never about what it's about. There's always an underlining issue. So her not getting the gift she wanted was just a trigger of he doesn't care about me the way a husband should. Okay. So there's a lot of pain going on in her and saying like I'm supposed to be the one, I'm your wife, right? I shouldn't feel pain from you. And I'm seeing that I don't see that he's ignoring her. But I do feel like the what do you call it? The oxygen has left the room. Like, it's not that he's, because I'm kind of seeing how they're like going about the house and like kind of it's almost like watching a movie and like playing fast forward but not going so fast that you're able to kind of see what's going on and make a, a determination of the totality of it. It just looks like well, the 10 of Pentacles is here, which means they have spent time together, um, or with family. Um, but this 8 of Cups, I want to see what the 8 of Cups represents. What is the 8 of Cups? The 8 of Cups is walking away. Shut up. Walking away from what? The 2 of Cups. So this is still very much what's going on. He still very much is going to walk away from this 2 of Cups situation, right? This marriage. Does she know that yet? No, but is she starting? What I'm feeling, Marissa, is that she's starting to be a little bit less emotional and she's starting to try to see it the way he maybe is dealing with it versus her emotions. And she's starting to see that he's just not really with it, not really excited to see her. And it's like a letdown, right? And so she's kind of gave it at this point. She's not crying. She's not fighting. She's not doing like what we always see. She's more so almost digesting this and being like, is he gonna fucking leave me? Like, would he really do that? And I think that she's so it's definitely not, I mean, there are no, I'm not seeing any hugs, kisses, uh, excitement, laughs, giggles, intimacy. All of that is like not really there. Does it feel as horrible as before, where it's like she's crying all the time and they're kind of more like roommates? No, but it also doesn't feel real. It kind of feels fake, kind of feels forced. And I think you've mentioned that before that he seems forced, like with what, like forcing himself to smile, forcing himself to not be a dick, right? Like trying but not trying very hard. Um, so I just feel like they're at this like standstill, Marissa. Like I feel like this would honestly be a good opportunity for him to sit her down and talk. And I don't see that happening, but because she's not super duper emotional, it he really should take the advantage of the opportunity to be like, okay, I know this is gonna like break her heart to even discuss. So why aren't you? Why isn't he? Why isn't he? Okay, so the Ace of Swords, that's the talk, okay? The truthful talk about walking away from what no longer serves him, walking away from the marriage, but he's still in process of elimination. He is looking at his options and how to, he kind of is doing a process of eliminations. How should I attack this? You know what I mean? Like, how should I treat this? How, what are my moves? Like, what do I say? What do I want to happen? He really needs a plan. The plan is what's not there. He needs a plan. Um, but boom, those four cards are like, okay, he knows he's gonna do it. It's no longer working for him. He wants to get out, but he needs to figure out the plan of the options. Because in this card, Marissa, there are, there's gold, there's money, there's love, there's harmony, there's also snakes and uh what is that? A dragon. There's something that is covered. So it's like almost opening Pandora's box because half of these are, if you go for it and you don't know which one is where, he might get bit. Okay. That's the end. All right. Well, that was the last card. All right. What's your last question? if it's your last question. If you have more, we could do them. That nap energized me to do really good readings tonight. These are like totally different answers, but like good new information, I feel. It's not the same repetitive answer. I like that. I do feel it's awkward though for his mom and brother to be living in a house knowing that like he feels a certain way and she feels a totally different way, and it's very complicated and and a little dicey. Okay, when do you see him having that talk with her? How is she going to react to the news of divorce? All right, good question. This one might need to be an extended, but we can see. All right, I will try to do my best in the 10 minutes, and at that point, we could see what you want to do. All right. Because I have to figure out the timing, and then I have to figure out how she's going to react, and I have to figure out if he's going to use the word divorce, or if he's going to use the word separated, or if he's going to use the word we need some time apart, right? So this one is going to be a little complicated. So just so you know, we might need to go over. So all right, so Jeremiah and Samantha, I am pulling the energy. The question is, when do we see Greg having the talk with her? That talk, the Ace of Swords talk, that he no longer wants to be in the marriage. When is that going to happen? Let's do timing first. Okay, so we really have to go with Spirit on the timing because he does not know timing. Greg does not know timing as far as what I'm feeling right now. He feels pretty confident in his decision. All right, like the High Priestess to the Two of Cups. He feels pretty solid in this decision. All right, but he is thinking about her feelings. He's thinking about the house, what a mess that's going to be. He's thinking of the challenges ahead. He's thinking about how she's going to react. He's got so many, like I said in the last answer, that Seven of Cups. He has so many options, and he doesn't want to reach in and get bit. All right? He doesn't want to open. Once he opens Pandora's box, he doesn't know what's going to come in, right? So he doesn't know if this is going to be a total shock or if she's going to completely crumble. He doesn't know. So he's telling me I've got to kind of take kid gloves with her treat her very delicately, but also be very transparent and straightforward that this is nothing that this is not up for discussion. This is a talk letting her know this is where he's at and he's made his decision. He's thought about it, which shows right here, for a long time. And so it does show that he's taking responsibility for this being his fault, because he did give her the offer of the ring. So if you look at the pentacle, imagine that as a diamond ring. All right. He's the one who proposed. All right. So he is taking the responsibility that it's his fault that they're going to end up not together. Now, the Six of Cups is somebody who turns into your ex, but it's somebody that you still care about a lot. You know what I mean? He cares about her. If they're just not right for each other. That's it. It's that simple. And it's not that simple because she is like this emotionally. And he can't take that. That is not the life he wants to live. So it does show he needs a little bit more time. He doesn't really know exactly when. So, Spirit, when do you think? I want to say it like this, Marissa. Do not take what I tell you as a timing verbatim, because this is something that might change. But I can give you the best estimate of time frame. All right. It's I'm going to give you the best estimate that I can, the closest that I think. All right. All right. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, he feels so stuck in this relationship. And I just saw, yeah, here's the 10 of swords. So like he feels stuck, he needs to get out of it. The ending will come, the talk will come, and she'll try to she will beg. I'm gonna tell you right now. She's gonna beg, she's gonna plead. She does not want it to end. Okay? So let's use the pendulum. And you see Greg having the talk with Emily to say that he wants out of the marriage, depending on whether he says he needs time apart, separation, or divorce. When does the conversation happen? Starting to change. All right. So I asked, let's ask again to double check. As far as spirit is concerned, I said, will he sit her down for that talk within the next 30 days? Saying the same thing. No. I said, will he sit down to have the talk? Basically, to let her know it's over within 60 days. So let's see if it changes. See that? Damn. All right. So within 60 days. So what that means is more or less 30 to 60 days. But to me, it's 0 to 60. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? I think that's a good thing. 2 months is nothing. For me, like I said, because they said no in the next 30 days, you would think that it's 30 to 60 days. But in my mind, I look at it as it can, energy changes. So it could be any time from now to 60 days. I think 2 months is like nothing. Okay. So now let's see, how is she going to react? Because these are okay. I'm telling you now, we have a minute and 32 seconds. I'm going to pause the time. Do you want to add the extra time? No, that's a good thing because you said you would be reaching out in June. Yeah. All right. So it's almost going to be May. He'll reach out in June. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, go ahead, and I paused the time, so it's going to end up being 6.5 minutes. I'll just do 7. So just send the $10, and I'm going to redo. I'm going to add the 2 minutes with another 5, and we'll start when it's when I get that. All right. I thought timing's hard. It's not like I can just go with the first thing I see, In my mind, I'm really being like, and I told your brother this, I will not tell you something unless I 1000% believe in it. So that's why I'm saying I'm pretty darn sure this is the right timing, especially because Jeremiah told you. But I don't want to lock it in, right? It's the best estimate I can give you. Oh, thank you, honey. Okay, so I'll go up to like 10. We'll just do like another 10 because that would be, all right. All right. And if it's another, like if I have a few more cards to say and it takes a couple more minutes, no big deal. We'll aim at 10 minutes. And then, like I said, if I have extra cards to explain, I will. Of course. Anything for you, my friend. Okay, so Jeremiah and Samantha, just let's refresh. The question now at hand is that this conversation is going to be had, and it's going to be had like, sorry, I'm hiccuping. It's going to be happening at the table. It's going to be very formal, Marissa. I even think that he's gonna have some sort of like a notebook. I don't know what it is. We can look into that at a different time if you want to. Keep that in mind because I really see that he's gonna do his homework. He's going to have notes. He's going to sit her down formally at a table, not like during a fight, not when he's sitting on the couch. This is going to be formally planned, and he's just going to go for it. He's going to be nervous, but he's going to do it. He's not going to do it with anybody else around. I haven't even started the time. I'm just telling you this. He's not going to do it with anybody else around. It is going to be like he's going to tell his mom and brother either don't be at the house or be in your rooms. I have something, private, probably on how to divide the house and other. See, you're probably right because he's probably gonna be all like in the process of thinking these things out. I definitely think you are right about that because I see him with this like notebook, right, with a pen and like literally sitting her down very formally. So yes, I definitely think you're right. It'll be about dividing the house and other things, and what his plan is his plan to ask her, are you going to go stay with your mom? Would you like me to leave for and rent stay in a, what do you call it? Stay in a Airbnb for a while. Like, I think he's going to have all of that written down. Okay, here we go. Let me start the time. Okay, so Jeremiah and Samantha, when Greg sits her down and does this formal talk about a separation, divorce, whatever word he uses, how is Emily going to react? Because as of today, it seems like she's starting to feel it, if that makes sense. Yeah, Airbnb. I think he's going to give her the option because she's going to have a broken heart and he's going to be the better guy. So he's going to be like, would you rather go to your mom's where you have support, or would you rather me leave for a couple of weeks just to give you a little bit of time to adjust? I don't think she's going to want to stay there with his family. It just wouldn't be the right mental health decision. So let's see what else we find out. Because that kind of answers part of it, because I am seeing this. So it's kind of answering this question. All right, so let me pull some cards. Wow, she is going to feel sucker punched, girl. Looking it back up. Oh, hell yeah. She's really gonna feel sucker punch. And I'm not trying to like take her side or anything over yours. But she is a human being and she's a nice girl. Like I said, they're just not a match. But I do think she's gonna feel blindsided. I think that it happening so soon is yes. So that's how I feel. I felt like I could say these things to you because you and me have the same kind of heart. We've both been through the exact same thing. Both being, well, you weren't left for the other girl, but it almost felt like it. I was left for the other girl and she's still with him. So like we both kind of understand. And so it's nothing against this girl. If she was a mean girl. If she was a Heaven and Katie, like my person and your person, then fuck them. Like they deserve what's coming to them. But this girl, she's just a nice girl. And I feel bad for her. But at the same time, I'm like, she's young enough to meet somebody else. She's young enough to get a divorce and meet somebody else and have a happy life. He felt like that, and he's been still with Dirty Sally. Dirty Sally, you're hilarious. What did we used to call her? Monster? What did we used to call her? To this day, the 27th will be 6 years for them. Like, how exactly? Hell? No, didn't we call her? Oh, wow, look at these cards. She's gonna be completely blindsided, dude. She's gonna have a panic attack because her name, and I'd always say more like hell. I swear it was something else. When I think of it, maybe we did call her hell, or you did, but I swear there was another word. So if I remember it, no, it wasn't. It wasn't the devil. Like we did call her that. Ooh, right. The devil was always her card, but it was something else? I don't know. If I remember, I'll text you. All right, here's the cards. So he's gonna Five of Pentacles her. He's going to give her the bad news that he doesn't want to be with her anymore. Okay. Um, the Five of Pentacles is rejection, is left out in the cold. I don't use that quote because every tarot card reader does. So I don't like that one. But it's about rejection and an ending. The Five of Swords, she's not going to see it coming. She's going to, she might think that he's not happy, but she's not expecting a divorce. Okay. And then Three of Swords is going to completely break her heart. Two of Swords, she didn't see this coming. This is a blind side. Um, how I see her reacting is literally losing her shit, and not in a destructive way, in an extremely heartbroken devastation way, just extremely emotional. Like, this is a person she chose to spend forever with, and like very surprised, very very much like pleading with him, almost begging him, please, I'll do whatever you want me to do. And you know what? I've been there. I've been like that. And so, I mean, you want to save your marriage. Um, she's definitely going to ask, is there somebody else? Will he chicken out after her reaction and take her back? That would be another question if you want to do another question. That I can't just give you a yes or no. Oops. And we've got 3 minutes. Another time. Okay. Write it down so you don't forget. Because that's a good one. Like, after seeing her reaction, will he chicken out and take her back? Okay, perfect. All right, let's get a little bit more information on this answer. Uh, she's definitely going to call her mom. All right. She's going to be like, he's leaving me. I mean, she's going to have a breakdown. I mean, it, I think anybody would. I think anybody would. When the engagement was so quick, the wedding was so quick, they bought a house together. Like, it's really going to cut her at the knees, and she'll need support. So she's going to end up calling her mom right in front of him and be crying and screaming. He says it's over. He says it's over. Our relationship is over. He doesn't want to fix it. He doesn't want to fix it. He wants us to separate. He wants us to be done. Um, oh wow, yeah. The Hierophant. He said vows in front of family and friends and God, and how could he do this to me? She's really gonna need a lot of support. And he knows that. And so that's why he is being very meticulous about how he handles this, because his intention is not to ruin her life. His intention is, I should have thought about it before I did these things. I got carried away. I went through with them when in the back of my mind, I always thought maybe I shouldn't. It's my fault. He's going to take complete blame. I can see her just literally begging him, crying. So yeah, that is a good question for next time. If she acts this way and is he really gonna take a couple of weeks and go somewhere else? Because I do think she's gonna be all right, time is up. I do think that she's going to be so overwhelmed and so emotional, and she's going to be like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. You're not leaving. And so he's going to have an Airbnb already picked out just in case she, uh, what is the right word? In case she's like, no, I'm not going to my mom's. I'm staying here and you're staying here. He's going to almost like be prepared, having a bag packed, be ready to walk out the door because he has to get them to separate living together for a short time at least to make her realize like this is happening. So then, yeah, next time, that's the right question to ask. Okay, I love you. I know you're tired as hell, and I am hungry as hell. So I will talk to you soon. I'm going to go. I love you so much. I hope you liked your readings tonight. Thank you. Uh, Jeremiah and Samantha, it was a good night. Tell your mom and your brother and your dad, I love your family so much. I love you, Marissa. It was funny though. Let me tell you this real quick. Oh, I can't tell you this online. I'll text it to you tomorrow. All right. I love you. It's something I can't say. I love you so much. Relax, girl. Get something to eat. Take your hot shower or your bath or whatever you want. And have a good night. I love you. Bye.